Hey, we're coming to you live from Texas, from Smart Parts Crafts in our studio. You're gonna probably notice that we have a brand new fancy table that we're really excited about. So I hope that what you're gonna see today is actually gonna show up on this dark formica. And if not, then you know what, next week we'll have something a little bit lighter, but thanks for bearing with us. We're gonna work today on some very quick and easy Mother's Day projects. Sometimes you just need a little pop of color, you just need a teacher gift, you just need something that's very quick and inexpensive and easy to do. And sometimes these things look intimidating, but you're gonna laugh when you see how easy these are. So Anna Maria's filming, so you guys respond to Anna Maria and say hi. And she's gonna come in here really close and we're gonna see different kinds of pins that you can make. So we're gonna be focusing today on like brooches and pin backs and things like that. But you've got all kinds of bezels that you can add cabochons to. You can add just a pin back to a cabochon. Super easy. E6000 will be your very best friend. Please bling things up. We love rhinestones. Mothers love rhinestones. It's just a thing. And lots of cabochon choices. Whether you find them on our site at Smart Parts Crafts or you find them on a million different sites, you're going to find a lot of interesting kinds of cabochons. So over here we've got daisies and these cute little knobby things that have like a little sparkle to them, and cameos, which are traditional Mother's Day. Druzy cabochons, which are crazy popular in a million different sizes. And then you've got adhesive pin backs that make it really nice and easy to add to anything. Glue-on pin backs, rhinestones. These little filigree parts come in lots of different colors, lots of different sizes and shapes, squares and rectangles and circles and gold and silver and rose gold and lots. So then you've got your pin back blanks, okay? Like I said, we have a lot of choices. You're gonna find a lot of choices in a lot of different places. And then these are all designed to fit a calibrated size of the cabochons. So we should be good on that. Then you got just flat backs. Just a flat back that's ready to glue to pretty much anything. Okay, super easy. You've got cabochon frames that these little guys fit into. Lots of choices. So these are all really super easy. Stick pins, popular when mom needs something for her lapel pin or a scarf, or you know, we're getting into summer, so I don't know what to wear in the summer, but you know, lots of ideas. Lots of colorful choices, okay? So I'm gonna show you this E6000. These tiny little tubes are really nice. So if you've ever used E6000 before, you know it really goops up a lot. And then you end up wasting it because it dries out after a month or so when you've got those great big tubes. So these tiny little tubes are really nice and they're inexpensive. You use it, you throw it away, and you get another one. Super easy. And it has a smaller nozzle than the bigger tube too, so you don't waste as much and it doesn't glob out as much, okay? So we also have metal patinas. We're gonna do a full Facebook Live on these later, but right now I'm just gonna touch on it a little bit and show you these. These are amazing and come in probably 30 different colors. So you can go verdigris green, or you can go amethyst, or you know, lots of other things. You can go for sort of a shabby chic look or just a vintage look. You're gonna have your glaze that's gonna go over your patinas. You've got, this is my old block, but you've got the vintage blocks that have just a little bit of sandpaper roughness to them for burnishing off your patinas. And we have the crystal katana, so that's always one of our favorites for picking up small doodads and such. Really easy for picking up rhinestones, okay? So you don't have to use your fingers or tweezers or anything like that. Okay, so I'm just gonna take you through the easiness of a couple of these projects. Here's one. The glue's a little tacky and still drying on this, but it's just a fun pin back brooch that you can take one of these. Let's see, we took a filigree piece like this, okay? We just glued on different cabochons in whatever form you want to, okay? Whatever makes you happy, color schemes that you like. And then we are just going to peel off the adhesive on the back, stick it on, and press it down, okay? Super easy, really kind of fun. You can wear it, you can actually turn, if you don't put a pin back on that, you can turn that into a pendant for kind of a neat necklace, kind of a springtime design, okay? Super easy and super inexpensive. Like I said, these are good for teacher gifts or for your bus driver or your postal gal, whoever that you need to make little gifts for the spring. So let's see, the first thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna teach you how to use the metal patinas, because we're gonna need to let this dry a little bit. And I just used the marine blue, okay? These have a little ball inside that you really want to shake it up well. These are water-based, they're super easy to use. And it doesn't take a lot. A little goes a long way. And just use, you know, cheap paintbrush, no big deal. And you just want to easily brush it on. Super easy and quick. Okay, and it just takes a few minutes for it to dry. So here's one that I did earlier, and it's dry. And I don't know if you can see or not up close, but on this half, I've burnished it out with the sanding block a little bit. And this side I haven't, because I wanted you to see the difference. I'm gonna turn it in the light, and maybe you can catch that. But really it's easy. Once this is dry, you just take your sanding block, which is just like a very, very fine grit sandpaper. Give it a little elbow grease. And it just removes the paint from the top edges and gives it sort of a metallic shine. I don't know if you can see that or not. Okay, then you can use these as a base for pretty much anything. We did these here with this pin, the same thing. I just used the what did I use on this one? The quartz, which is a very, very pale pink around the edges. Just gives it a kind of a neat look. This is what it looked like before we used the patinas. And of course, you know, the possibilities are endless, and it's cheap and quick and easy. And if you want a little less of the paint, you can actually get some regular fine grit sandpaper and get in there if you want to, but I like just taking off just a little bit of the paint. Okay. Then you want to use your sealer on these. You can use a matte or a glossy sealer, really doesn't matter. Just brush it on and let it dry. And it doesn't make it waterproof necessarily, but it definitely will improve the water resistance and hopefully keep the paint should not rub off on your clothing once you get your sealer on there. It just gives a little bit of a shine, okay? Let's seal the back or not. You can blend the colors. You can do, you know, do an overlay of a purple over a blue or something to that effect, or the whole yellow and blue makes green. Okay, easy. And then you can just add your cabochons on top, do something like that. Okay, this one is not patinaed, but you can see what I'm talking about here. So the process, we're gonna go through metal patinas again in a couple weeks, but right now it's just super easy. Here's some little guys that are just pretty tiny and small, and you can do some little fun things with these, just for a little pin. Okay, you've got a jewelry show coming up. These are great cash and carry items. They're inexpensive and quick and easy. And the adhesive you use on the back is really up to you. Some people like jeweler's cement, and that works well. Gem tack will probably work pretty well. E6000 is my favorite. I've not had as good a luck with hot glue. I know I've seen people do that before, but I don't really, maybe I'm not doing it right, but I don't find that hot glue necessarily holds as well as I would like for it to. You could probably use super glue. Keep in mind super glue is going to probably etch into your acrylic a little bit, but that may not matter so much. It may hold it. Then we've got these pins here, which are fun. They're like giant safety pins. Okay, they're really big. Excuse my dirty hands. Yeah, they're nice and big, and you can embellish. You can add, a little cabochon there if you want to. I like rhinestones, so that's super easy. These blanks are really kind of fun. Not the neatest glue job, but you get the idea. So yours will look better, I'm sure. Okay, super easy. Do birthstone colors for choices like that. Then we've got these little cabochon holders. Okay, so you can see that they have just like a little lip around the end that just gives it a little finished edge, and it's designed for a little flat back cabochon to pop right into. So when I'm attaching things to metal like this that's not going to show, I like to rough it up a little bit to get the glue to stick better. So I like to use my Dremel tool, okay? The Dremel 3000. There are all kinds of varieties out there, and it really doesn't matter so much what kind of tip you use. You just want to get a rough surface on there. Doesn't take a lot of power. But the rougher you make it, the better the glue has something to stick to and will stay longer. If you put smooth metal against smooth metal, it probably, no matter what kind of adhesive you use, it probably is not going to stick that well. Okay, so that's really nice and easy. Okay? Okay, we're going to come back to this, and then these cabochons are fun. These are little resin cabochons that have these little knobby things. They come with mermaid scales, or like I said, you can get the little druzy look to them, okay? And if you just want to rough up the back of this too, it'll just be that much better. And if you don't have a Dremel tool, you can use an emery board, a nail file, anything like that. This just makes it a little quicker. I just add some E6000. And just pop it in there. You might want to twist it a little bit just to seat it in. Okay? These are all designed to work together, the cabochon holders, the bezel tray, and the flat back cabochon. Okay? So that's really super easy. This is just a little filigree pin back that we just added a little back to, and you can add any color to the front. Okay? Really easy. This is pin back blanks, okay? These are nice and heavy and sturdy and large, so they make a nice display on your lapel. This already has a rough surface. You can rough it up a little bit more if you want to, but we've got these really pretty ones that we like to slide in there. Or you could use a little druzy in there if you want to do that. A little cream colored druzy. Put this down. This will take a lot. Whatever you do is going to be better than nothing, so you can add the glue to the bezel back, or you can add it to your cabochons, right? This is something you can have your kids do for their teachers, and then the kids get to go to school and say, I made that. And that's fun. Okay? Super easy. So I want to see what everybody's making. Just send me some pictures of the stuff that you made, the easy projects, and we'll post them on our Facebook page. So, all right, call us with any questions. Bye.